What you guys, got another video here for you. Windows 11 is finally getting fixed, but there's still a lot of people out there that just don't trust Microsoft and just have pure hate for Microsoft and pure hate for Windows. And a lot of these people are Linux community. Unfortunately, they just don't like the fact that Windows is finally getting fixed. And you would think that everyone would be happy that Windows is finally getting fixed. But some people just don't like it, and they just are hell-bent on just putting pure hate in the comments section to Microsoft and Windows 11. Now, of course, Windows 11 is not perfect, but I can certainly say that there's been massive improvements in Windows 11. And this is due to Microsoft's commitment that they had to their users. They've listened to their users finally, and they are now starting to make changes to Windows 11, making it a lot better. They are giving you plenty of options. With the upcoming Windows K2 update, we also have Windows 11 26H2, which is going to have a load of fixes and a lot better features that Windows users have been complaining about since Windows 11's release. So I'm going to talk more about this after a quick word from today's video sponsor, CD Key Sales. If you're looking for cheap Windows 10 Pro or Home keys or cheap Windows 11 keys, you can check out the links in the video description. Head over to CD Key Sales, create yourself an account, and then you can choose what product you want to buy, and then click the Buy Now button and use my promo code R09 and apply that to your order and get a 30% discount on all of your purchases on CD Key Sales. You can see the discount right there. Once you submit your order, they will send you a key. You can then activate your version of Windows inside the System Activation Center, and you will get a full version of Windows 11. So what updates are Microsoft going to bring? Well, Windows K2 is a massive internal incentive by Microsoft aimed at fixing Windows 11 from the ground up. So rather than Microsoft releasing a new version of OS, K2 represents an ongoing cultural shift to prioritize performance, reliability, and design. The Windows K2 initiative targets several core complaints regarding Windows 11 bloat and performance. Key features and changes rolled out through this ongoing update cycle include the performance overhaul. Microsoft is working on a new system compositor using the new WinUI 3 that vastly reduces latency and memory overload. A new low latency profile in testing can push the CPU to maximum frequencies during the app launches, significantly speeding up load times. A lot of people that have tested this out have said it makes a massive improvement to Windows 11 with the way it responds and the way it performs, opening up applications and opening up menus. They just seem a lot more snappier. Now, also another improvement they've been making is redesigning the start menu. Now, they've made massive changes to the personalization of the start menu. In my opinion, it's not the best. They do need to completely redesign the start menu from scratch, because I just think going back to the old original smaller start menu compared to what they did give you, which was this big monstrosity, is probably not going to be good enough, and Start 11 will definitely be needed. But this is what you can expect with the new features that they've done inside Windows 11. Now, granted, it is better than what they had, but it's probably still not good enough for a start menu. And remember, that's just my opinion. A lot of people might like it, but Microsoft have said the start menu is being rebuilt from scratch, and this doesn't look like it's been rebuilt. They've just gone back to the old style, in my personal opinion, making it up to 60% faster, Microsoft has said, while adding highly requested customization features like resizing and also section hiding. So they've offered those in this particular update. And for all those haters who thought a $1 trillion company like Microsoft was going to fall flat on its arse, are deeply disappointed, because I do believe they can turn this ship around and make it a better operating system. It's already more secure than Windows 10. Yes, there's some major issues with the start menu, but they are working on these. They're already talking about removing the forced Microsoft accounts. There's been chats about that. There's also options like the personalized taskbar, which was another big request for a lot of people. Putting it on the left, on the top, on the right, or on the bottom, you can choose now, whereas before they just didn't allow you to do it. So with the K2 update, they're restoring the classic functionality and reintroducing a movable taskbar, allowing alternative positions, and a smaller taskbar option as well, which is another big request from a lot of people. This will make third-party applications probably obsolete because you won't need to use those to be able to achieve what you want. But yes, there'll still be people that will choose to use those third-party apps because they love to tinker with Windows. And Microsoft have also stuck to their promise about making the Windows Insider program a lot more user-friendly and also giving people more choice to be able to test things. And this is what they're doing. They are giving it a complete overhaul. You can see here there's the experimental channel, and this is what this operating system is, what I'm using right here, which gives you early access to features that they are working on. Rather than using the Vive tool to unhide hidden features that they're working on, you can now experiment on these in the experimental channel. And for all those naysayers that said Microsoft are never going to do any of this stuff, they're already doing it, as I showed you in many videos. And the promises they've made on their blog about, making changes to Windows 11, they've actually started to already implement them into their operating system. And of course, you're going to get people with older hardware that have already made the transition over to Linux, and that's perfectly fine. If that's what you want to do, it's your choice. It's your computer. You can use whatever operating system you like. But you get people that turn into these like anti-smokers once they've given up smoking, and they get in the comments section and they've got so much to say about Microsoft and Windows, and they become a hater. And then they start projecting that onto me, which is unbelievable. Another thing Microsoft said they will do was downscale the push for Copilot AI integration into Windows 11. They've already started to remove it from applications that they put it into, like Notepad. And they've also just surfaced recently added a AI components uninstaller, so you can uninstall. And you can see that's 429 megabytes in size. And there's now an AI uninstaller button right there inside System AI Components, which is going to allow you to remove a lot of it. So they are starting to give you choice and options whether you want to use these features or not. And another big thing that Microsoft promised, which they are delivering on, is the Windows Update flexibility. The update process is getting a major overhaul. You can now use the calendar picker to pause updates for up to 35 days and renew them indefinitely. And they've also introduced the skip initial update during the out-of-box experience, where you're forced to wait a long period of time, and you can now skip that during the setup phase of Windows. So Windows updates have also become less buggy and less problematic as they were before, and this is a step in the right direction. Now, I'm not saying that Microsoft won't release a buggy update once in a while, because it's going to happen. It happens with every operating system. They're serving over 2 billion computers. That's different hardware and different software. And this can obviously cause an issue from time to time. But if you've already made your mind up about hating Windows 11, then you're never going to change. You're always going to have that opinion about Microsoft and Windows. Maybe because you're a Linux user, or maybe because you just don't trust Microsoft, or whatever reason it is. But you got to cut them some slack at some point, because they are delivering on what they promised. And I do believe it's a step in the right direction for Windows 11. And in June's Patch Tuesday update, they've also included another new feature called low latency profile. It's already making Windows shell experiences a lot faster. And if you head over to windowslatest.com, you'll see an example of that working right here, where you get a small spike of processing power there. It's not even noticeable to the computer, but it just makes the whole operating system so much more snappier. So if you're one of these people that have been waiting for Microsoft to make massive changes to Windows 11, then now's the time, because that's exactly what they're doing. And if you're also one of these people that just hate Windows for whatever reason or hate Microsoft, then don't use it. Go and use something else. There's plenty of other options available out there. But don't sit there blowing smoke up your own arse thinking that Linux is perfect, because it's not. It has its own flaws like many other operating systems do. So choose your poison and use it. It's that simple. There's no hate towards Linux and there's no hate towards Windows. I'm an IT guy. I work in all operating systems, so I don't really care what people think. And if you want to call me a shill or call me whatever you like in the comments section, I don't care. But if you're going to start getting offensive like a few people have lately, you're just going to get blocked. It's that simple. Anyway, with that said, my name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. I hope you're all going to have a lovely weekend, and I shall catch you in the very next video, or I'll catch you on the Discord server for a chat. The link is in the video description. Bye for now.